More than 300 protesters were arrested in New York City Monday morning after a pro-Palestinian organization staged a series of sit-ins disrupting rush hour traffic in the Holland Tunnel and on three major Manhattan bridges as demonstrators demanded a ceasefire between Israel and Gaza-based militant group Hamas. Multiple conservative social media accounts also released photos of the protests, with the X account End Wokeness writing, "If MAGA was doing this, every federal department would be on the case. It would be over in 2 seconds." Far-right account Libs of TikTok also released a video from breakthrough news of protesters on the Manhattan Bridge, Brooklyn Bridge and the Holland Tunnel, asking, "Where are the police?" and calling for protesters to be arrested. Monday's protests were the latest in a series of demonstrations largely critical of Israel as the war in Gaza enters its fourth month. Many of those protests have taken place on college campuses, which in recent months have become a hotbed for debate over Israel's war. Protesters have demanded a stop in the fighting and an end to Israel's long-running occupation of the Gaza Strip, though critics have said the protests have escalated anti-Semitic rhetoric. At Harvard, a group of students were called out for signing a letter in October putting sole blame on Israel for Hamas' October 7 attack, with billionaire hedge fund manager and Harvard alumnus Bill Ackman calling for the Ivy League to release those students' names and a conservative group staging a so-called doxing truck to publicly display the students' faces. In November, Columbia University suspended its chapters of two student groups, alleging they repeatedly violated the school's policies after they held a campus event critical of Israel, while students at Brown University were arrested for refusing to leave an administrative office building in a protest. The debate over anti-Semitism came to a head last month, when the presidents of Harvard, the University of Pennsylvania and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology testified in a contentious congressional hearing, drawing massive pushback from several major donors and lawmakers over concerns the schools were not doing enough to combat rising anti-Semitism on campus, leading to the resignation of Penn President Liz Maggel and Harvard President Claudine Gay. Gay also faced allegations of plagiarism in her academic work. Harvard President Claudine Gay resigns amid plagiarism allegations and leadership criticism. Forbes, dozens arrested in latest Capitol protest calling for Israel-Hamas ceasefire. Forbes.